tedious rather to think that everything we have been doing for so long has suddenly come to stop and we have no choice but to move on. But as I'm trying to say my goodbye, there is something I'd like to say. I'd like to thank all our teachers for being there for us and for every single thing you've done for us in the past few years, for the pleasures we had when we were with you, for the confidence you've shown in us, for standing by our side even when we were wrong, and most importantly, for teaching us some of the most important lessons of life on what should be done and what should not be done in life.
We'd like to thank our beloved Principal, Mr. George John, for all the opportunities he has bestowed on us. I truly believe that what he is doing for us today is definitely for a better tomorrow. I also like to thank Miss Susan Mann for the unconditional love and support you have given us.
And I'd like to thank Mr. William, our English teacher, who has played a major role in our lives. The PT department, Mr. Umesh and Mrs. Saraswati, for they have raised our school to great heights and will continue to do so in the future. Thank you, teachers.
A lovely, kind and motivating class teacher, Mrs. Shivagami, thank you so much for bearing with us. We would also like to thank Mrs. Vimala, Mrs. Ramya, Mr. Vidya Prakash, Mrs. Ursula, Miss Ruth, Mrs. Renuka, Mrs. Asha, and all the teachers for such a wonderful year and for sustaining us through the thicks and thins. You all have always been there when we needed you the most.
Not to forget to mention our great office assistants from Mr. Philip. Thank you, sir. Other junior staff who raised us to this high platform.
Our house teachers, Mr. Clifford, Mrs. Naina, Mr. Mohan Raj, Mrs. Renuka, Ms. Jayalakshmi, Mrs. Shivagami, Mr. William, Mrs. Selena, and all other staff. Thank you, teachers.
Thank you, Miss Linnett, for all the musical support. Thank you, Mr. Ashley, for all the help and assistance. And on a personal note, I'd like to thank Sir Mohan Raj for always being there for me from the beginning of this school year.
We part only to meet again. Remember and treasure the good times until then. Why does it take a minute to say hi and an eternity to say goodbye? I guess we'll never know. Before we go, always know that goodbyes are not forever. They simply mean we'll miss each other until we meet again.
Parting is such a sweet sorrow that I say goodbye till we meet again tomorrow. Thank you.